Oh, and hello, welcome back here to the Daily Quest number 38, where we're taking a look at Sylvanas replays. Possession builds at that. And, you know, oh gosh, I'm back to this, guys. Yes! Yes! I've been practicing. I have been training. Did you see that? I hope you saw it. Now, I actually have to just full exit the game. Can I tab and... No, I can't. I have no mouse. The mouse has been deleted from the Heroes client. Esports. Be aware there's an issue affecting our authentication servers and failed login attempts. I might be locked out of Heroes because there is an alert on the BattleNet launcher. This could be tragic. It's loading. Yes! We made it in. Don't lie to me, BattleNet. All right, up next, we've got a replay submitted by CJ Hamster. And it's another lone Sylvanas, but the enemy team has two specialists that could work against her. We'll have to see how it all pans out. The map. What is it? Oh, Battlefield. Again, Battlefield of Eternity. All right, guys. Morales, Sonya, Greymane, Abatha, and Sergeant Hammer, the double specialist for the push, versus Team Sylvanas. And we've got Sylvanas, Nova, Zagara, Artanis, and Tyrande as the lone support. On Battlefield of Eternity, there's a huge opportunity for possession to get a lot of work done when you consider the teams fighting over the objective for a good amount of time.
The battle begins. 10 seconds.
Monster!
5.
Oh, that's awesome. It's for the daily... Oh, look at that promotion.
The battle begin.
All right, well, the Daily Quest it is for. And here we are with the Daily Quest 38, Part 2, with a Lunar Flare missing entirely. Ancient Spear goes out, but the Hunter's Mark on Sonya does a butt ton of damage. Medic's got the heal, so it's A-okay. Sergeant Hammer, her Dram, is mounted up and forcing them all back. Nova lurking in the shadows, nice creep spread, just giving vision, but we also have the response here from these locust nests of Abatha. Oh, he's going forward. The snipe actually misses on Greymane, and the Hydra doing a ton of damage. Roaches being summoned, a couple autos. Ooh, very, very close fight here, and Shampoo is gonna live on. Nicely done from Shampoo. He is clean. He is like Garnier Fruit Juice fresh. All right. Medics got all of those heals. Sergeant Hammer just out of range of these towers. We'll see if they can push them back. They don't really have our chance to dive quite yet. And we do see that Shadow Dagger wiping these minions out like they're nothing. Look for that Phase Prism, and it does connect. A lot of damage, and they do manage to pick off that kill, even with Medic right there. Nicely done. CJ going forward, looking to just apply a bit more damage, and nicely done by Sonya, walking away from the structures, preventing that Shadow Dagger from chaining to all of these things. Very nicely done. A lot of people will just continue to run behind their wall out of fear in a lot of situations and just do unnecessary damage and lockdown to their minions and structures. So we always want to prevent that if you can do so. Okay, Nova goes down, whiffs the snipe. Again, she's 0 for 2 in this game, but Greymane does end up falling. If the snipe connected, Zagara would have lived, but they're slumbering together in a very, delicious death. We do see Sergeant Hammer has sieged up on this Immortal. It will likely end up being a race. Now, Sergeant Hammer, very powerful, but Hunter's Mark, very useful. If the team was actually assisting with this push, they probably would be winning the race considering Hunter's Mark, but CJ wants to opt for a split push instead. So he's working on this. He's forcing Abatha to stay in this bottom lane. He's going to try to get that one tower. Yes, he does do so, but now we have a Greymane making his way down here. Throws up the Gilnean Cocktail. Haunting Wave goes out, and the mine is stepped on, but of course, no additional slow on the mines quite yet, and CJ gets a heal from Tyrande. Actually disengaging aggressively past the Lunar Flare to stay alive, and we have Artanis with a beautiful Phase Prism, getting into a good position to peel for his team and away from the enemy team. Now we do see the self-shields going off. Cigar continuing to poke at the Immortal. Very nicely done. And we have multiple members tapping the wall, ready to re-engage. Hammer in a wonderful position. Greymane not quite able to get that kill. We do see the heals of Tyrande going off left and right. Looks like Hammer has opted to disengage a raw Lunar Flare. See what they can do. Phase Prism forward. Will they be able to kill Sergeant Hammer? Yes, this time it works out as well. So this time Nova, she hits the snipe and they get another kill. This could be a 3-for-0 with that Haunting Wave going forward out of Sylvanas, but the medic heals are just too much. At the end of the day, though, they won the fight. They pick up 2 kills, and now they can start working on the Immortal. But this Abathur has been soaking, so the experience will keep up, you know, up to pace, even with those kind of losses, when you have an Abathur doing that, getting that good split soak. Looking at Sylvanas' talents, we have Barb Shot for the first time this game. 3 games with possession, 3 level 1 talents. So that's quite interesting, but Envenom has remained consistent at level 4, and we will likely see Unstable Poison at level 7. Barb Shot's actually the talent that I run myself. I think it is the best talent for this sort of build. It's just really good for getting mercenary camps, and I don't know, it's a lot of fun. It's a very good talent. Sergeant Hammer just gonna eat face from that Immortal right off the bat, but they can burn through this guy like he is jet fuel. Jet fuel burns very quickly as far as I understand it, but I'm not a rocket scientist, so I'm probably just making that up. Nice Hunter's Mark going down with Lunar Flare, and the cleave from the boss does actually end up getting the kill. Very unfortunate for that Sergeant Hammer. 2 towers down and 1 hero. A very worthy Immortal push and more than a level lead. Almost level 7 here for the red team. But Artanis did end up falling. Pushing forward aggressively. We see Artanis' death corpse. Kusanagi still alive. And Nova is lurking in the shadows. Just kind of getting that herbal essences going. Look at that hair. I mean, you know he uses shampoo. It's not no low poo either. That is some high poo action. Okay, just a raw Sentinel flapping its wings and saying hello. Hey, you're my friend. Hey. Passing in the wind. And we do have this mercenary camp being collected here in the top lane. Zagara plus Sylvanas, very capable at burning through a mercenary camp rather quickly. You can see, like ease, they grab it. And Medic stepping her, just face checking. Very risky thing to do. Sergeant Hammer has sieged up. We see that Shadow Dagger will connect on multiple targets, and the Banelings all connecting onto Sergeant Hammer. Always unfortunate to have that happen as a Zerg player because it takes so many Banelings to kill a siege tank. But you know, sometimes it just happens. You just can't micro all your units at once, and you know, it's a sad life as a Zerg player. All right, we do see Greymane grabbing this mercenary camp with the Abathur hat on him. Forcing back Nova and Artanis. Banelings this time just falling off the cliff. Not really doing a whole lot. And Shadow Dagger sieging up this keep. They've got the Khazra camp out of range of Sergeant Hammer. It's doing a ton of damage to this keep, and it should be the first keep to fall this game. I like the safe position here, backing up whenever the blue team steps forward, and just making sure the Khazra can get that damage done. One more. I don't even see the bar. I don't even see the bar. Okay, Ancient Spear is missed. Both Immortals at full health as they have just spawned. That experience would have been lovely for the red team, but they're still ahead either way. So not getting that fort isn't the end of the world. We see the tumor being stepped on by CJ. Sonya looking to capitalize on these creep tumors, or these locusts, because if you do step on those nests, then it could be lights out for you. Artanis in the front line, doing a good bit of damage, actually dashing forward. They end up getting Sonya. Medic is super low in the backside, but that Caduceus reactor could be activated very soon. Greymane goes behind and kills Sylvanas, but the Lunar Flare does not connect. Oh, and Artanis with that max range with Hunter's Mark applied, able to take him out. Sergeant Hammer fallen back into a defensive position, but a Phase Prism could come out here, and he knows he's been hit by that twice now. He doesn't want to be fooled a third time. Nova in the backside. Oh, Lunar Flare connects. Nova waiting. Oh, but the Phase Prism actually makes him juke the snipe, but he falls either way. Now Ancient Spear onto Shampoo. Doesn't matter how clean your hair is. Can you get out of this? No, the slam is just too much. Space Jam style. The body blocks. So real. Body blocked me. Ooh, yeah, it happens. It happens. It happens to the best of us. Oh, Sylvanas flying into some mines, and Artanis gets picked off. Medic back with those mega heals. They weren't actually able to do a whole lot of damage to this left blue Immortal. and the red team needs to just kind of regain themselves. Now, Nova died, so that's no more gathering power stacks for her. Those have been wiped. We do have unstable at level 7 here for Sylvanas. She's going to actually just kind of get this wave of minions pushing forward. That should take up the fort. No reason to push forward further than that because the objective is definitely more crucial, especially when you don't have possession. Level 10 was just hit. This is now a huge situation for the red team. Oh, Morales is so low in the backside. Nova almost able to get the kill. Creep spread everywhere. They have eyes on, but Caduceus Reactor has been activated. Gilnean Cocktail over the wall connects on Shampoo, but Shampoo is running to the left side. Does Arugelian realize this? We can see how quickly that medic is healing from that Caduceus Reactor. Shampoo on the scout. There is a Sonya here in the backside as well. Getting all those fat heals off, and Shampoo is off on his own. All the while, CJ on the bottom lane. Gonna actually pop some possession stacks. Yeah, and get this bottom lane pushing out and might find Abathur. Haunting wave going forward, but Abathur goes to the right side. Does CJ realize this? He mounts up. Kusanagi has just come down here. Oh, he doesn't see him. He doesn't find him, and Abathur will live on. Artanis falls during this chase, and we now have a 4v4 as Sergeant Hammer was also killed in the process. Now, heroic advantage still in favor of the red team. You'd think they'd throw out that sick wailing arrow and pick up a kill. No, this is possession, boys. Esports. Force fight. I have possession. Oh, Greymane goes forward. He gets hit by the Envenom. The Haunting Wave going in. The boss going to cleave, but it's a defensive cleave for Greymane in this situation, and he lives. We do have roaches down, Hydralisks. Oh my, but CJ is stepping on mines left and right. Nova picks up that kill onto the very weak Greymane that we saw trying to slip away. Boss is just about dead even. Hunter's Mark applied to this blue boss, and they're burning through it rather rapidly, but it's Zagara that's keeping the team at bay with the help of Shampoo, played by Nova. Yes, Shampoo is the character. Bottom Immortal, the blue Immortal has Hunter's Mark once again and will end up falling. And that will be a half-power Immortal on the side of the red team. Abathur has swapped his focus to the top lane. He's managed to sustain this fort with the Sliver for like 10 years. And this bottom lane is being sieged up rather rapidly. Phase Prism goes out from Artanis, not connecting. Nova and Zagara both going to the top lane. Nova could realize the Locusts are up here and start to look. But there is a nice little mine nest. Nova's going to step on that. Ooh, puts her clone there. So clever. And Kusanagi slips away. Oh my goodness, Sonya going in with that whirlwind, but it's going to be Sergeant Hammer that falls. Greymane trading out 1-for-1 in this fight so far, but this is a disadvantaged situation. Abathur can throw his hat onto Sonya. Ancient Spear goes for it, and it's going to be a dead Artanis, while the rest of the team scrambles away. Fort did end up falling. Double forts down, and this Immortal still alive. Boom. Well worth. Now they're yelling at Nova, who's been Abathur hunting, but it's a-okay because Abathur was occupied, so he wasn't actually in that fight. Yeah, she could have been nice to have themselves, but it's always fine to, as long as you're keeping the Abathur running and keeping him from being useful in his own right. They also denied Soak by forcing Abathur away, which can be very good. Okay, top fort, bottom fort, both fell 13-11 in favor of the red team, and level 13 talent being fought by CJ Hamster goes for evasive fire. Wants to sustain, knows that when you have Greymane and Sonya chasing you, you just want to have as much mobility as humanly possible. Shampoo is going to be Shamdoodoo now. Oh, yeah, he's dead. I'm just going to keep saying oh until someone dies. You know, if I have nothing else to say about that fight and I know the character's going to die, I'm just going to say oh. That's my new casting technique I've just now invented. Esports. Okay, now we have the Fallen Shaman here in the top lane. Fallen Shaman will also be picked up here by the blue team, who will go down the bottom lane. We have a Khazra camp available that will be picked up by blue on the left, and red on the right will pick up their Khazra as well. Pretty standard stuff to see after one of the later Immortal phases when things are more or less at a stalemate, and blue team cannot pick up a team. They don't want to fight right now. They really don't. They don't have 13. They want to get 13. So they should have someone soaking down here, preferably Abathur. And they want to capitalize on all that experience that they possibly could. But Abathur is currently in that clone. He's just going to siege up and do some light damage. Tyrande has to Shadow Stalk because of the threat of Sonya. I mean, she's got Wrath of Berserker active, and she could just throw that Ancient Spear out. So a good Shadow Stalk, but is it too little too late for the blue team to get out of this? They don't have level 13 yet. They took this fight. They managed to pick up that kill on Tyrande. Big plays. Huge damage going out from the Artanis Heroic onto Sergeant Hammer, forcing him back, but the shields are not enough. And even with a talent disadvantage, even with the engage like that, since Zagara was not present, they just were not able to take the fight. If Zagara had been there, probably would have looked a bit different. They were pretty clumped up around right here for a good chunk of the fight. A maw could have been disastrous for them if Zagara had rotated, but not the case today. Nova throwing out her fat deeps, doing the best she can, but the Gildan cocktail does go through and end up clipping her. And that's going to be enough to force her back. We do see the triple tap. Triple tap in general is a heroic that usually doesn't do that much. Usually when I play Nova, I'm top damage, but that's just me. Damn, some BM! Trash talk in the house! Nova sitting at 16,000 damage, actually in last place just about, but almost tied with Tyrande. Trash talk, boys, trash talk. All right, some nice poke from Shampoo. He feels obligated to pad his numbers and do as much damage as he can. He doesn't even care about winning. He's just, I'm gonna do as much damage as I can. If I have to die every fight, I will do damage. That's the Nova strats. Tier stop. Yep. Okay, Maestro going forward. Does he have those heals? Oh, we do see him using his heroic. He dashes forward. He gets his shields up, and Maestro is still alive. The grenade has been cast. Sergeant Hammer has thrusted forward, but did not manage to pick up Maestro. Oh, Lunar Flare going out. Whiffs entirely. Shampoo with the sham damage. CJ Hamster able to escape as well. Sergeant Hammer has to unsiege. Well has been tapped. Artanis ready to get back on into the thick of things. Sentinel connecting onto that medic, so they have exact location on medic. Maestro going for Sergeant Hammer using his slash forward going in. He gets the swap out with Sergeant Hammer, but dies to Greymane, who swapped into his wolf form. But Greymane is now overextended and will fall himself. Oh my goodness, Stim Drone on Sonya is the scariest thing in the world, but Shadowstalk, is it enough? Where's that Haunting Wave? CJ Hamster is gonna get away. The Abathur Spike just barely not enough due to the heals there of the Haunting Wave, and Trez is now very far forward. Shampoo finds the Sergeant Hammer, pops a triple tap point blank. That is what I call skill. All right, the Mutalisk flew into outer space back to Zergland, and now it's a 3v1. This Abathur clone is just willing to do whatever he can, as well as sacrifice himself. Level 16 around the corner for Team Red. And we have CJ Hamster working on the Immortal. Top lane being pushed out heavily. We see these possession minions constantly making a difference, right? They hit 20% harder when you have them in the back line, and they last for a long time. Like, this guy's probably been alive for a minute or two. It makes a big difference, even just that one possession stack if they're in a big situation. Maestro gets the shields, but not able to live through this. We see the Mutalisk, we see the Banelings, not enough to kill Trez, and Medic will heal that Sonya up so very quickly. Argelian is going to be able to survive, but we have now reached the halftime show with Red Team in a huge advantage in terms of damage dealt to Immortals. Problem being, Artanis is dead for another 25 seconds and Abathur is soaking. 16 is here. 16 will be there for the blue team due to that Abathur soak very quickly. We have Cold Embrace here for Sylvanas. They have to use the Shadow Stalk to stay alive, and we have the big heals coming up from Tyrande. Late game Tyrande heals are much more impactful. Don't know that I agree with the focus attack Rangers Mark build, though. It's a little bit of a weird Tyrande build. Okay, well, Stim Drone is Maud, and that's gonna be a dead Sonya. That Maud was like that won the fight, right? If Sergeant Hammer was bombarding them with all of the big damage while Stim Drone was active, could have looked a lot different, and it also locked down Medic so that Sonya had no place to go. Artanis is going deep. He finds Herdum, and we have Nova going for our Medic, and splitting their focus. Oh! Esports, 1 triple tap, 2 targets, call it a day. I'm taking tomorrow off because that was a play. Nova says, man, I don't need top damage. My triple taps are calculated. I went to school and I took calculus. All right, boys. Looks like we will see an Immortal picked up on the red side this game. And Abathur is just trying to keep this top lane pushed out. Shampoo constantly looking for that Abathur. He likes to Abba hunt. That's his jam. He's an Abba hunter. And 17 to 16. Blue team will be up to defend, but maybe not at full force, because we do see that Sonya has just fallen a little bit too far forward there and does end up paying for it in the end. Maestro just cleaning up this minion. Sylvanas could just possess them. And when you possess a target, it does go back to full health. Aha, esports. All right, stem drone, used on hammer. Boom, boom, boom. God, that is scary. CJ Hamster took so much damage. Shadowstalk has to be used. Now there's 2 siege tanks. What am I watching? Oh, but the Maw goes down, and I guess it caught the real hammer. We do see the laser beam being channeled and crashing down onto Morales, but Maestro gets his self-shield. Does he get the heal? Oh my goodness, he is still alive. The Gilnean Cocktail not able to kill him. Artanis walks away, and the top keep has fallen. Now they killed the real Sergeant Hammer. Sonya just now respawning, so it's still a 4v5, and the Immortal still standing. If Sonya dies here, this could be the end. But no, getting behind the keep and getting the kills for Medic, able to stay alive. Immortal will make it through the shields, bringing it down to about 60% health with one more hit. I'm real bad at counting. 78 is the same as 60. It's okay. And we do have Artanis working here on this Fallen Shaman camp on the right side. Medic, or not Medic, Sylvanas possessing all the things. 5 possessed minions, 5 normal minions. Who wins versus 7 minions? I think Possession wins. Yes, they are. I mean, you can just see the difference in the wave. We've already seen 2 die here with 1 dying, so it's double the efficiency ultimately in this kind of situation. But Sergeant Hammer can respond to it rather quickly. Possession's still a very weak heroic at the end of the day. It's an interesting concept. I just think they need to give Sylvanas something like different. I don't know. I don't think Possession's a salvageable heroic based on what we've seen today. It's never like the team's just outplaying in general. Possession is very rarely being the reason why. That it very rarely has any impact on the game at the end of the day, unfortunately. But that's why Wonky Wednesday is all about. We see how bad things are. And today, well, we're finding that Possession is pretty bad. All right, Sonya very far forward, gets hit by that huge damage of Artanis. Late game Artanis, when he's got that Zealot charge, the triple strike, he hurts. What happens in that? Whoa, I've never seen something so beautiful. I love this game. All right, they kill the Sergeant Hammer. And, oh no, that's just a clone, okay. Goodbye, Medic clone. Abathur does end up falling. They called his position. Good map awareness here. And they end up killing Abathur. The core will likely end up falling here. Some beautiful interactions in this game. Really just displaying why Heroes of the Storm is the absolute most beautiful game on the entire planet. Shadowstalk, just to get them all topped off so they can go on their journey throughout the Nexus. And the red team is victorious with some exemplary play. Yes. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Wonky Wednesday, the Daily Quest number 38, Possession Sylvanas Edition. Very, very silly games. I think they were all played on Quick Match, but it was a lot of fun. It certainly was a very interesting Wonky Wednesday. Tomorrow, we will be taking a look at Vala, and we will be looking at some Vala competitive replays and talking about the various playstyles of Vala. One of the longest standing heroes in Heroes of the Storm. There is a vague chance that I change the topic. And this is due to the fact that Blizzard has just announced a new patch. So I might end up doing something a little bit more focused on something else. From if there's like, you know, if a patch goes through today, then that's gonna change things, right? That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. I think my camera's lagging a little bit. There's nothing I can do about that. And esports, I don't know what to say. Town Hall Heroes tonight. The VOD will be up early tomorrow morning if you are a YouTube viewer. And thank you all so much for watching. Please do hit that follow button here on Twitch. Please do hit the subscribe button on YouTube. And thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. GG's.